this is the maple tree, which does really, really well. This is Brendan's tree, which has some flowers in the early, in about November, I think. But it's not doing well. I think it needs a bit more light. But there's a little self-seeded Telectrum. We haven't had much opportunity to sit on this little seat this summer because the weather has been so atrocious. But the border behind it has filled out very nicely, and the Telectrums are going absolutely mad. I think I'll just head around this way now. So this border, I took out the Hypericum out of it, but there are lots of little seedlings coming up, but I need to get rid of them. And the hellebores, of course, at this time of the year are just green leaves, but they are nice and healthy looking. That's the main thing. That's another new little path that went in this year. And now we're around into the Buddha garden. Oh, and look at this. This is just so lovely, this Japanese maple. And the Buddha's banyan tree is starting to develop a little bit too. And from this side, this is a lovely cornice, and it didn't flower this year, but I understand that it doesn't necessarily flower every year. So for the moment it's fine. Lichen is red, lichen is white, all self-seeding. This is my Tree Paeonia, which is doing pretty much nothing. No doubt someday it'll flower. It flowered once for me a couple of years back, but it hasn't flowered recently. And over on this side I have two smaller Tree Paeonias as well, which haven't flowered. That one was actually in flower when I bought it, but I've never seen a flower on it since. And this is another seedling that I got from somebody, which isn't really doing so well. So the Japanese anemones here are just the ordinary pale lilac one, which if you see them in the distance, they add a great lot of colour to this part of the garden. And over here we have the inula, which are doing their usual mad thing. And of course the Viburnum oculus, and the berries are starting to turn out. That is such a great tree with all its seasons of interest. And over here we have Phlomis. We actually have two Phlomises because, and both of them are self-seeders. I think one came with the compost that I put down here, and the other one has just spread itself. And this is the Helleborus foetida, which I'm very fond of.